Hey, Joy, could you mute your microphone, please? Hey, Joy, could you mute your microphone, please? Hey. Morning. Hi. Are you gonna sit along the wall until your docket is called?
Good morning, Kamala.
Happy Wednesday, Mr. Bradley.
Yes, is the chairman here today?
Yes, he's here.
Okay.
It's you, Mr. Gallagher, and Mr. Maskey.
Okay. Thank you, Jesus.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hmm.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Please keep your microphone muted until your docket number is called. Once you hear your docket number called, you will hear a brief description of your case. You will then be asked to say your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record. Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
we can start with the preamble.
In compliance with notification requirements of Ohio's open meeting law in section 101.021 of the codified ordinances of Cleveland, Ohio, 1796, notice of this meeting has been publicly posted. All boards and commissions under the purview of the City Planning Department conduct their meetings according to Robert's Rules of Order. Actions during the meeting will be taken by voice vote. Abstentions from any vote due to a conflict of interest should be stated for the record before the taking of any vote. In order to ensure that everyone participating in the meeting has the opportunity to be heard, we ask that you use the raise hand feature before asking a question or making a comment. The raise hand feature can be found in the participants panel on the desktop and mobile versions and activated by clicking the hand icon. Please wait for the chair or facilitator to recognize you and be sure to select unmute and announce yourself before you speak. When finished speaking, please lower your hand by clicking on the raise hand icon again and mute your microphone. We will also use the chat feature to communicate with participants. The chat feature can be activated by clicking the chat button located at the bottom of the WebEx screen. All meeting activity is being recorded by way of the WebEx platform. These proceedings are also being live streamed by way of YouTube. All requests to speak on a particular matter by way of our website and email have been considered. We have also received emails from those who have provided written comments on a particular matter. Mr. Jacobson.
Mr. Chairman, this is Dan Jacobson from the Law Department. Preliminary issues, the live stream. Can we verify that the live stream is on and functioning?
Through the chair, yes.
Thank you. And Mr. Chairman, as the Law Department has done since these public meetings have gone virtual and or hybrid, law states its objection to the use of the chat function. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Davis.
Mr. Bradley,
Here?
Mr. Maschke,
Here.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, we only have 3 board members, which means that if our decision is not unanimous, which it usually is, then your appeal goes back to the city. If for that reason you prefer not to have your case heard, then let me know when we call your case that you would like to reschedule your case. First docket, docket A 007-25, 3965 Lee Road.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is fire damage. Issued on November 25th of 2024. Appeal was received January 6th of 2025. Applicant was asking for 270 days to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Assistant Chief Building Official Glenn Murray, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record?
Good morning. My name is George Cliptis. I own the building and the business at 3965 Lee Road.
Okay, Mr. Cliftis, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what the plans are.
Well, actually, I thought we'd already be doing repairs and construction by now, but we're still waiting on our insurance. And it's been 8 months and they've canceled 4 meetings. So we really can't proceed until we get the settlement. And I hear from my adjuster that they have a on-site scheduled for next week. But again, I thought we would already be in repairs by now. So I'm hoping that the 9 months will be enough because I know we need permits and contractors and the whole process.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely affecting your business. Let me go to the city. Mr. Murray.
Mr. Chairman, as the applicant said, it's been 9 months and there've been no permits pulled even. So I don't know about the 270 days. That would be up to you, but I would like to see permits pulled here shortly. So we're aware that, so we can be assured that the work is going to at least start.
So you would like to see permits pulled?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the city would like you to at least get the permits pulled for the work that's going to be done. And then I guess you're in the hands of the insurance company unless you can start it. So do you want to respond?
Permits good for.
Mr. Chairman, to the appellant, permits would be good for a year, but as long as your inspections continue and work is progressing, they could extend indefinitely.
And is that would be a contractor pulling the permit, or I could get a owner's permit?
Your contractor would have to pull the permit, but at this time, nobody has even applied for permits, which you would, as the owner, would be able to do.
Okay.
Okay, so we would just ask that give a time for pulling the permits then, Mr. Murray. That's what we'll give. So let's say we get the permits pulled within 30 days. So a motion is in order for July 18th, 30 days, 2025 to pull the permits required.
So move.
Okay, moved by Mr. Bradley, second by Mr. Maskey.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Next docket,
Is it?
building docket A 009-.
1 second, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
You'll need a building permit and our inspectors indicated electrical HVAC plumbing permits will need to be pulled, but they can't be pulled until you have the building permit. But each of the trades will pull their own permit, and we're looking for that building permit steps. Form, we have any plans prepared or specifications laid out or document from the insurance company outlining what needs to happen? Okay, now he's probably produce a document. That's gonna be drawings, it can be the cost of that, show what you're gonna do. That breakdown. Okay, thank you so much. Good luck. Thank you.
Okay, building docket A 009-25, 3460 West 105th Street.
Application fees are in order. Notice of violation is exterior maintenance issued on November 14th of 2024. Appeal was received December 4th, 2024, requesting for 1 year to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Assistant Chief Billing Official Glenn Murray, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see Jeffries Eden in the participants panel, nor is that person present in room 514 this morning.
Okay, Mr. Murray, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth? Okay, where we going to here? Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, an email, a voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and/or docket?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
To the chairman, the due process requirement of notice have been given to this appellant. The board can proceed with its hearing and ruling today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Murray.
Mr. Chairman, we have a Boeing masonry parapet. I think that we need to remand at this point.
Okay. Motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property Division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion?
So move.
Moved by Mr. Bradley, second by Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent within 2 weeks. Next docket, housing docket A 002-25, 1098 East 78th Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is exterior maintenance issued on November 18th of 2024. Appeal was received January 3rd of 2025, asking for 6 to 7 months to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Assistant Chief Billing Official Glenn Murray, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant Would the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record?
Good morning. My name is Javier Castel, and I am the owner of the property located at 1098 East 78th Street in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, Mr. Castell, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
So I received this notice of exterior maintenance violation a few months ago, like it was stated. The property was occupied by a tenant who um, was not contributing to the situation. He kept motorized vehicles in the backyard, and he was not doing his part on maintaining the yard and all of that. However, the property had some issues when it comes to the gutter boards and mainly the roof. But the situation is that this tenant had to be evicted, so I couldn't really start the work until he was evicted. And as you probably know, that time at this point, June 2025, he has been finally evicted. Um, the all the motorized vehicles that he was keeping there are gone. An intense cleaning of the entire area has been conducted as well, and I'm happy to report that the roof and the gutters have been entirely replaced. Now, I was listening to the previous ruling, and I heard something about permits. So I wonder if my contractor got the permits. I do not know that.
Okay, well, we'll find that out from the chief building inspector. Mr. Murray?
Mr. Chairman, the violation notice indicated that permits would be required and none have been pulled.
None?
None, no permits.
Okay. All right, so the permits have not been pulled, and I'm not sure exactly how much was required so far and what you've done. But it's going to need to get inspected, that's for sure. And you're going to have to, whatever the permits that are necessary will have to be pulled. So we'll give you time to get down to get those pulled, whatever is necessary. So did he need permits for the roof and the gutters, Mr. Murray?
Yes, sir. It appears that the roof permit and some of the exterior stuff, the roof and some of the exterior would have required a permit, but that's all that's listed.
Okay, all right. So we're going to give you some time to do that. Mr. Castell, how much time do you think you need to complete to abate whatever other violations exist?
I think I can get the permits within the month. And I'll have a look at the list of violations, but they all had to do pretty much with the roof or the gutter. So I think most of it is knocked out by now.
Okay. All right, so we're going to give you a little bit of time there, but we'll give you 30 days to obtain the permits, July 18th, 2025. And we'll give you, because you have most of it done, we'll give you to 60 days, August 18th, 2025, to abate the violations. Motion?
So move.
Moved by Mr. Bradley, second by Mr. Maskey.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you. Next docket is housing docket A 003-25, 1612 West Shaft Road.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is fire damage. Issued on November 25th of 2024. Appeal was received December 26, 2024, asking for 6 to 8 months to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Assistant Chief Building Official Glenn Murray, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record?
This is Jeff Turgeon. I own the property.
Okay, Mr. Turgeon, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
Well, we have progressed. We had a little slowdown getting our permits. Currently, they're putting in the plumbing, which I believe is the last permit we needed. Flooring and interior cabinets go next. We're about 6 to 8 weeks away. I'm
Okay,
hoping.
okay. So you basically, you've got your permits, you're all set, work in progress. Um, you're saying hopefully 6 to 8 weeks. So, Mr. Murray,
Mr. Chairman, permits have been pulled. Building department would have no objection to the extension. Just to note on his statement, he's looking for 6 to 8 months, and I just want to make sure if there's a misprint there.
okay. Well, he's thinking he could wrap it up within 8 weeks or so, so we'll give him enough time. We'll give you to August 18th, 60 days, 2025 to abate the violations.
Okay.
Okay, motion
So move.
moved by Mr. Bradley,
Second.
second by Mr. Maschke.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next docket is housing docket A 004-25, 1012 East 145th Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is exterior maintenance issued on October 2nd of 2024. Appeal was received January 6th of 2024. Applicant requested until February 20th of 2025 to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Assistant Chief Building Official Glenn Murray, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record?
My name is Albert Cowsett, and I am the homeowner of property of 1012 East 145th Street.
Okay, Mr. Cossette, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
I was a little late pulling the permits, but they have obtained as of, I get the permits, January 6th of 2025. It was a little slowdown with the insurance company, but 90% of the work has been completed. As you can see, there were more photos. The downstairs unit has been completed. The fire damage outside of the property has been cleaned up. Only issues is upstairs. Everything else is done, drywall. Only thing that needs to be completed is floors in the kitchen, cabinets, and paint.
So how much time do you think you need?
I think I need until August 12th, and I should have everything wrapped up.
Okay, Mr. Murray.
City has no objection.
Okay, so motion is in order to grant August 18th, 6 days, 2025 to abate the violations. Motion?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Maskey, second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maschke,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Next docket is housing docket A 005-25, 3468 East 126th Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is no permit issued on November 27th of 2024. Appeal was received January 6th of 2025. Applicant was asking until April 30th of 2025 to complete abatement of the violation. Present for today's hearing, Assistant Chief Building Official Glenn Murray, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see a Mr. Sanders in the participants panel, nor is that person present in room 514 this morning.
Okay, Mr. Murray, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Jacobson.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Through the chair to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, an email, a voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and or docket?
Mr. Chairman, give me 1 second. It looks like there's an attorney. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, if we can move them to the end, the attorney is trying to log on for the docket and they're having some technical issues.
Sure, we can do that. Okay, we're going to move on to the next docket, housing docket A 006-25, 1714 Treadway Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is condemnation of the main structure and the garage. Issued on November 12th of 2024. Appeal was received January 6th of 2025. Applicant was requesting 6 months to complete abatement of the violation. Present for today's hearing, Chief Billing Official. Then Glenn Murray, Assistant for Law, Dan Jacobson. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and or representative please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record? You're for the city, so you're supposed to be sitting on this side.
Hi, good morning. Attorney Crystal Wallace.
You have to unmute. Yeah.
Specialist.
Yes.
Cool. Is it on?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. Attorney Crystal Wallace on behalf of the Public Defender's Office, here on behalf of Mr. Anthony Kushlak, bar number 0095248.
Okay. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
Thank you. I'm here on behalf of my client this morning. Obviously, he's failed to appear. I have reason to believe he's in the midst of a mental health crisis. He was previously a resident at Franklin Plaza Nursing Home. It's my understanding he has checked himself out and has returned to the premises. He's been spotted sleeping outside. I called Cleveland Police, Cleveland EMTs and Fire Department. A wellness check was completed yesterday afternoon. They were unable to gain entry into the home. The police did initiate a brief investigation. They spoke with the next door neighbor who indicated that they saw him maybe a week and a half ago. I'm here just requesting more time on my client's behalf, hoping the city doesn't have an objection.
Mr. Murray.
Mr. Chairman, no permits have been pulled as of yet, and it's been over 6 months.
Okay,
And both properties have been condemned, both the house and the garage have been condemned.
okay. So you would give a recommendation to deny any more time and remand it to the city so that you can take care of the situation as need be, which doesn't stop him from doing something, but given the current state of affairs, I don't know, I think that might be the best move. Mr. Murray?
Yes, remand to the building department.
Okay, the motion is in order to deny more time, remand.
Mr. Chairman, before you make that ruling, this is Dan Jacobson from the Law Department. Present today is a building and housing inspector, Michael Shockley, who has been to the residence several times. And I just wanted to offer the forum up to him to offer any comments.
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Shockley, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. I'll swear myself in. I promise to say everything truthfully as best I can.
Okay, thank you.
A brief history, as of 4/25/24, I issued hazardous conditions and the vacate order because he was trying to stay in the house. And then November of this year, I issued a condemnation. It's a level 5 hoarding, which is the highest level there can be. It's hazardous. There's no access from the back. You can't get into the kitchen. And in the front room, it's like probably 6 inches of door space once you open the door. So the front floor area is like you can't walk on it. You can't see any floor. My violation also states is he has to do new walls and new floors in the living room. The kitchen is very bad too. So this is going to be probably a good job to bring it out of condemnation status. I've been dealing with this property since 2008. At this point, nothing's been done. We've given him opportunities. We tried to work with Mr. Kushlag. I'm very scared for him to be inside because if he's inside, he could fall and hurt himself. And then our police, our EMTs, we have to go inside and try to find him. It's a danger to anyone in there, Mr. Kushlag, our EMTs, our fire, our police, or any contractor. It would be cleaning out. You have to have a hazmat suits because there's a lot of liquid items and just a whole bunch of debris that's not safe to walk on or touch with your bare hands. Thank you, Chair, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so that's not going to change anything, and thank you for your comments. Motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property division of building and housing for any further action. Motion.
So moved.
Mr. Maskey, second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Do you want to go on to the next docket then?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Davis, do you want to go to the next docket?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I'm
Okay.
still trying to work with getting this link to the attorney for a docket for Daryl Sanders.
All right, we'll just move them to the back. Okay. Docket A008-25 11309 Forest Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is exterior maintenance. Issue on January 3rd of 2025. Appeal was received January 7th, 2025, requesting for 2 years to complete abatement of the violation. Present for today's hearing, Assistant Chief Building Official Glenn Murray, Dan Jacobson, Law. With the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative, please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record.
Loretta Dodson, I am the owner.
Okay, Ms. Dodson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
Okay, I've been working on the property for a while now. I've gotten all the debris in the back,
1 second. You need to mute.
Okay.
Okay.
I have the debris. It's just been cleaned up in the back. I'm still working on the car. I had a lot of health issues, but I was still working on it. So I'm still need some time to take care of everything.
Okay. How much time do you think you need?
I got to pull permits. I probably need maybe 9 months.
By when?
Can I get 9 months?
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the building and see what we have here. Okay, Mr. Murray.
Mr. Chairman, no permits have been pulled, and we would like to see permits pulled. However, we would have no objection to 9 months once the permits are active.
Okay. All right. So motion is in order to grant, let's see. Ooh. You said, Mr. Murray, how many months did you say?
The applicant had requested 9 months, and once permits pulled, we wouldn't have an objection to that time, because as long as the work is active, the permit would be active.
Okay.
But if the board thinks that's excessive, we would have no objection.
Well, we'll go with 6 months, which is kind of usual. December 18th, and after that, you're getting into some bad weather anyways. December 18th, which should be 180 days, 2025. Motion.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Mann,
Second.
second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Okay. Do I have to go pay anything?
I'm sorry.
Do I have to pay any fees or anything?
Well, for the permits, when the permits are pulled, if you're
Oh,
having.
enough for this, not for today.
No,
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, docket 010-25-15630 Holmes Avenue has been withdrawn. Next docket is an adjudication docket A001-25-1268 West 67th Street.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
Hello. Before you get started, this is Daryl Sanders. I was on the call, but my phone was muted. But I'm here. When you called my name, I'm here. Daryl Sanders.
Which docket was that?
Mr. Chairman, I was just going to say,
Can you hear
let's
me?
take Mr. Sanders, 1 second, please. His docket is
Okay.
00525.
Okay, and we want to take that docket?
Yeah, we can take it back up to the top for that
Okay,
one.
yeah, no problem. 005-25-3468 East 126th Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation was no permits. Mr. Sanders, you will be given a time to speak. Give us 1 second, please.
Yes. Oh, you said my name. I said yes. This is my first time. I apologize.
Yeah, we don't want to lose you. Just hang in there and hold on until she gets done.
Application and fees are in order.
Okay.
Notice of violation is no permits. Issued on November 27th of 2024. Appeal was received January 6th of 2025. Applicant was requesting until April 30th of 2025 to completely abate the violations. Present for today's hearing, Assistant Chief Billing Official Glenn Murray, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property? That would be
I'm
you,
Daryl
Mr.
I'm
Sanders.
the owner.
Okay, do you swear or
That's
affirm
me.
to tell the truth, the whole truth? Yeah. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth? Mr. Sa- Mr. Sanders,
Yes.
can you hear me? Okay, do you swear or affirm?
Yes, can you
to
hear
tell
me?
the whole truth? Yes, you're saying yes. I'm swearing
Yeah, I
you
said
in.
yes.
Okay, very good. All right, let us know what the plans are.
Okay. Okay, so basically, if you were to look at the permit site, I have all of my passed. Like the HVAC has passed, it's closed. The electrical is closed. The plumbing is closed. And then the driveway, I sent in pictures. I have, the only reason I asked for a delay is because I was given a virus in the middle of the winter. And I tried to reach out to folks to fix the driveway, but I will cure in the code of Cleveland. It is now there, and as you can see, I beautified the house. Is beautiful. It's a
Oh,
beautiful
turn the
house,
sound
and
up.
everything is passed.
Okay, you got your
And I'm sorry, I'm
inspection.
in another country, so I may be breaking up a little bit.
Okay, but
Besides,
you've had your final inspection. You're good. So we got a little delay, but you've had your final
no, I don't.
inspection of the
I'm
property.
not. I'm new to the process, so I'm not sure.
Okay. All right, let me
I'm not
ask Mr.
sure. I'm not sure. I'm new
Okay.
to the process, but I've had electrical and plumbing and HVAC. All of those have closed, so I'm not sure. Is that the final?
Okay.
I'm new to
Well,
the process.
hold on. Let me ask
Okay.
Mr. Murray. He can tell us. Mr. Murray.
Mr. Chairman, he has, the applicant has in fact pulled all his permits. And we would have no objection to an extension of time based on the board's comfort with how long it would take. His HVAC has been closed. Plumbing has been closed. So, and the electrical as well. The inspector, yeah, electrical as well, and the inspector indicates that there is progress.
Okay, so he just needs, more or less, it looks like he needs a final inspection. But I don't, Mr. Sanders, how much more time do you think you need to take care of that?
I kind of feel like it should be closed already. Like
Okay.
everything is done.
All right, let me give you a little bit of time till we close this out. We'll give you 30 days, July 18th, 2025, to abate all the violations. Motion?
Is there something that I have? I'm sorry to jump in, but I'm new to this, and I feel like I've done everything. Is there something else that I need to do, or is someone
Well, you
going to
just
come
get
out?
final
Or, I don't know how the process works.
Mr. Chairman, to the appellant, when do you plan on having the driveway replaced?
Did you hear that?
The driveway just needed patching. The driveway did not require being replaced. It just needed patch, which was already done. And in the winter, if you look at the time of it, it's in Cleveland. The person could not put down any type of concrete or asphalt in the winter because it would not cure. But that has been completed several months ago.
Okay, so we
It's
just
not
need to get
replace the
final
driveway, it's
inspection.
fill holes, which has been done.
Mr.
Right.
Chairman,
Is
to
there
the
anything I
appellant,
have to do?
you need to call for your final inspection in that case. You need to reach out to your inspector and arrange a date for him to come and do the final.
So we'll give you 30 days.
I had one final question.
Yes.
Well, I have one final question. There's some pending. I paid from like almost 3 months ago, and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that. It says pending, and I paid for it 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay.
And they're
Just call for-
outside. They don't need a person to be inside.
No, you need to call for your final inspection. So we're going to give you 30 days to do that. Motion is in
Okay,
order
sir.
for July
Thank you.
18th, 30 days, 2025 to abate violations. Motion.
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Maskey,
Second?
second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you, Mr. Sanders.
All right, can I drop now?
You're done.
I'm in Jamaica. Can I drop now?
Yes. Please.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day.
All right, you too. Okay, adjudication docket A,
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
the applicant for docket 009-25 is not present. Do you want to reopen that before we get into the adjudication orders?
Okay, let's take a look which one that was, okay. All right, billing docket A 009-25, 3460 West 150th Street.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is exterior maintenance issued on November 14th of 2024. Appeal was received on December 4th of 2024, requesting for 1 year to complete abatement of the violations. Present for today's hearing, Assistant Chief Billing Official Glenn Murray, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record? You have to unmute yourself.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Jerry's Ida, and I'm the owner of the property.
Okay, Mr. Ida, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth?
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
Well, in November or December, in the winter months, I couldn't really get much done. And now that the weather's warmed up a little bit, I plan on knocking everything out. I did, I don't know if you can see in that picture, I did do the front step of the concrete. It's looking like it. Yeah. Yeah, you can see right there in the middle. Did do the front step already. As far as the windows, I believe it was only on the one unit for 3460 for the painting. But I did plan, I planned on doing everything anyways. Because I know only the one unit needed to get repainted, but I was gonna redo all three and just give it like a nice facelift. Was my plan, or probably by, I don't know. I probably don't need the whole year, is what I'm trying to get at. I've been getting,
How much time would you say you need?
I mean, by fall latest, realistically. I mean, I'm waiting on my contractor to get back to me. A buddy of mine does mason work, and I'm getting, all the brickwork done, the chimney, everything. So I'm just waiting on my client to get back to me.
Okay.
Any day now. So
Is everything secured up at top with that parapet that you have that's in the photo? Is that all secured?
which photo are you looking at, sir?
It's the one on the left, the upper left.
Oh.
I think there was a comment. Let me go over to building inspector and get his comments. Mr. Murray.
Mr. Chairman, based on the photos in the inspection report, I am expecting that the permit, the parapet repair will require a permit. I think it's probably, once you get it opened up, it's going to be a lot more tenuous than it appears right now, just from the way it's bowing. So I think I'd like to know what the plan are. I think that's probably beyond just repointing at this point. I'd like to know what the plans are for that parapet before it comes down on somebody.
Okay. So Mr. Udu?
Ida.
Edu, I'm sorry, Mr. Ida.
Correct.
Okay. you're gonna need to have that inspected, by a professional up there to make sure that that doesn't come down onto the walkway.
Okay, what, the top area, correct?
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
Okay, okay,
it looks, I mean, it's hard to tell in this picture, but it looks like it could be a problem, may need to be addressed, so.
okay, that's
so
not an
we're-
issue.
Okay, so we're gonna give you, 6 months to abate the violations. Motion is in order, for December 18th, 2025 to abate violations.
Now,
So
do I
moved.
need to pull a permit for any type of work like that, or do
Oh,
I
yeah,
just?
for that, definitely, absolutely.
Okay, I'll talk to my councilman. Is that what I need to do on that?
Oh,
Or do I?
I would talk to your contractor, whoever you have doing the work that,
Oh, okay.
okay?
I got you. Okay.
He's gonna be pulling the permits on
So
what he's gonna be
the
doing.
top front is kind of leaning a little bit. It needs to get
It
tucked,
appears,
right?
it appears to be, yes.
Okay, got it. All right, yeah, I'll
Motion,
throw that in there.
Mr. Chairman, do
Yes.
we have for 30 days to pull permits and then 6 months to complete the work?
yes. Okay, we'll move that in, July 18th, 30 days, 2025 to pull the permits, and, December 18th, 2025 to abate the violations. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved by Mr. Badley, seconded by Mr. Maskey.
Okay, all right,
Mr.
great. Thank you.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice to be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm all set, correct?
You're all set.
All right, great. Thank you.
Okay, adjudication, docket A 001-25, 1268 West 67th Street.
Application and fees are in order. This is an adjudication order to B 240-09216, issued on December 4th of 2024. Appeal was received January 2nd of 2025, asking for a waiver to the code requirements. Present for today's hearing,
Hi, Chris Roberts. I'm the owner of the property.
one second. Present for today's hearing, Assistant Chief Billing Official Glenn Murray, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record?
Chris Roberts. I'm one of the owners of the property.
Okay, Mr. Roberts, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
We also have our architect, Mark Reinhold, on the call as well.
Okay, is he going to be speaking?
Yes.
Okay, then we need to swear him in also. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth. Is it Reinfeld? What's your? Okay. We're not able to hear him though, right?
He should be on the call, but I see he's muted.
Yeah, I swear to tell the truth.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Reinhold. Go ahead and proceed.
Yeah, good morning. So I'm Chris Roberts. I just want to start off by providing a little bit of a background on the project and why we're seeking the variance. If you want to go to the next slide there, that's probably the best visual display of what we're trying to accomplish. Slide 2, there we go. So this is the actual site plan. So currently the site consists of this one single family rental home. That's the 1268 West 67th that you see. This house sits currently on 2 parcels. We're proposing to add a new 2-unit townhome, which would be adjacent to the existing home. This townhome project was itself approved by city planning back in January of last year. As part of the next phase, we're requesting a lot split and consolidation that would result in a total of 3 parcels. So the new property line would run along the north side of the driveway. As a result, the south wall of the existing single-family home would end up being less than 5 feet from the new property line, which is what is triggering the need for this variance. The reason why we've drawn the new property line where it is is to create a clear separation between the existing rental and the new construction. This would also avoid the need for any sort of like shared driveway agreements, maintenance obligations, and easements between the old and the existing, or the new and the existing property. But we do have Mark is on the call here. He can walk through any driveway layout or additional technical details that's needed. But that's essentially where we're at and why we're seeking this variance.
Okay, so we need to get clarification on exactly which property and which line that you're talking about where you think you need the variance. So we're looking at A, let's say, okay, and you got the drive there. Where's the variance needed?
Building A will need a variance to create no openings and a rated wall because of its proximity, its closeness to the new proposed property line.
Okay, so we're looking to the left side there, where you're going to put the new building in?
No, we're looking at building A, which is at the top of the page on the screen.
Okay.
That's an existing building with windows and an existing wall. The lot split being so close, less than 1 foot from the property line, has triggered through building the need for no openings and a fire separation wall, a rated wall on that south or bottom portion of the building. And Chris has stated, and I also will confirm, that no building can happen to the either A, because of the property line location, or B, no additions in perpetuity can be added to the B portion of this duplex because of the 12-foot driveway separation.
Okay.
And the need for a driveway as part of the sales agreement.
Okay, so you have, that's 12 feet that the driveway is, and that's the walls that you're talking about needing to have no windows and now your proposal is that you're going to have windows or not?
Our proposal is to leave building A exactly as is, with the existing windows and the existing not specifically rated wall.
Okay. All right, Mr. Murray.
Mr. Chairman, in their appeal statement and on their drawing, they're stating deed restrictions and easement language in that driveway. And I'm assuming there will be deeded no construction in the driveway and no construction in the driveway in perpetuity tied to the deed, in which case they wouldn't even need the variance. Because if that's recorded in the deed that they won't be building in that driveway, then there's no reason for the variance. That takes care of what we want to do here.
Okay, so right, Mr. Reinhold, do you know that you do control that driveway? Is that correct?
Oh, without a doubt, it's going to be part of the parcel that has tied to Unit B, but also with easement to Unit C. The building development absolutely will have control of the driveway between A and B. I'm neither a lawyer or a surveyor or a civil, so any requirement to the deed language would have to be hired by, performed by a separate entity. But I've always talked about this requirement with the homeowners and developers.
Okay, so Mr. Murray, does that sound like we don't need a variance here?
Well, if it is in fact in the deed that nothing will be built in that driveway, then you will not need a variance. And it sounds like that's their intention with deed restrictions.
Can I interject? Won't
Yeah.
we need some action by this committee to get through building because they're the ones that started this action?
Well, how far along, Mr. Chairman, to the appellant, how far along is the legal process of recording these deeds? I mean, is it at the county? Has it been submitted to the surveyor's office? Has it been surveyed and has the language been added to the survey? I guess that's the question. If it's in process, then the building department will accept that and trust you. Now, you won't get your CO until that final deed is recorded, but it wouldn't stop you from proceeding as long as that activity is in process to get those deed restrictions legalized, I guess.
Okay, so with that pending, it doesn't sound like you're going to need to have a variance right now. Now, if something should change, then you're gonna have to come back. We'd have to relook at it. But with that going on the way that it is right now, I don't think you're gonna need anything. Any board members want to weigh in on that? Okay, if we're not hearing anything, then
Chris, do you know if that language has been included in the Mylar that was sent to the city or the county?
Yeah, it wasn't included in the Mylar or the actual survey that was submitted. We are working with a local real estate firm to draw up that language, though, to include that.
It probably will need to be recorded, though.
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
if we don't have that language ready to be accepted, we can't take action, or we deny the request.
Yeah, I guess, Mr. Murray, we can deny the request. I think that's just deny the request for a variance because it's not going to be necessary from the way it looks if they get all their stuff in order. If they control the driveway, it's set. You're good.
That would be the building department's view.
Okay. All right. So a motion is in order to deny the variance.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Bradley,
Second.
second by Mr. Maskey.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Something changes, let us know. Next docket.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Next docket is adjudication docket A135-25 10134 Nanford Road.
Application and fees are in order. This is an adjudication order to B 240-20959 that was issued on April 29th of 2025. Appeal was received May 28th of 2025, requesting a variance to fire separation between units. Present for today's hearing, Assistant Chief Billing Official Glenn Murray, Dan Jacobson Law. Will the applicant or his or her attorney and/or representative please state your first and last name and your relationship to the property for the record?
Good morning. My name is Jason Rohal. I am the owner's architect.
Okay, you're the only one going to be speaking?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, Mr. Wilhall, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
Fantastic. So to give some context behind this request here, I was engaged whenever the owner was seeking a variance for the property. So it is an existing 3-family dwelling that exists in a 2-family zoned district. We sought the variance, received the zoning variance, at which point in time it was kicked over to Building and Housing for a review with Mr. Rodney Wells. And there was an adjudication, an initial adjudication letter where several of the items were addressed. There are 2 items that are remaining, and they are related to fire separation, both vertical and horizontal, for the 3rd unit that has always existed there. This home was built as a 3-family. It has 2 means of egress, but because this is being reviewed under current code, these items were flagged. So if you wouldn't mind advancing to, I believe it's the second to last page here. Let's see. I can tell you there. A103, which is page 6 of 9 in the presentation there. There we go. So this is addressing both vertical and horizontal fire separation. So as you can see with these clouded items right here, we're seeking relief from, there you go, right there. We're seeking relief as this relates to the fire separation both vertically and horizontally. Current code states 2-hour fire separation is required. This is an existing home that's been here, and based on the tables 721.12 and 721.13, the assumed ratings for both the wall and floor assemblies are 1 hour rated, and that's existing actual 2x4 and actual 2x10 walls and floor joists respectively, with plaster and lath original construction, subfloor and all original finishes in the home. So those 2 items we are seeking relief for.
Okay. Mr. Murray.
Mr. Chairman, the city records indicate that this building was built as a 2-family. I have no doubt that that 3rd unit in the attic was existing and was probably there for a long time. It just wasn't built that way. That being said, the building and understanding the nature of the construction and the difficulty of retrofitting a firewall, as Mr. Ruhal had mentioned, the city would have no objection to approving this, provided that the 1-hour separations are intact and there's interconnected smoke detectors between the 3 units.
Okay, so we're going to accept it as it is, correct? So we're going to accept 1 hour instead of going with the 2 hour. We're going to accept the 1 hour separation with the smoke detectors in place.
But we would have no objection to that, sir.
Okay. So motion is in order to accept the construction as it is, 1 hour, and with smoke detectors in place. Motion?
So move.
Okay, moved by Mr. Bradley.
Second, interconnect smoke detectors, Mr. Chair.
Interconnected smoke detectors. Okay, second by Mr. Maskey.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher. Discussion.
Go ahead.
That was interconnecting smoke detectors. Interconnected.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure I get it right for the resolution. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so notice will be sent out within 2 weeks.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next order of business is approval of resolutions. We have A 253-24 through A 262-24. Motion?
So move.
Moved by Mr. Bradley.
Second.
second by Mr. Maskey.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Approval of minutes for June 4th, 2025. Are there any additions or corrections?
No.
Motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr.
Second.
Maskey, second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Maskey,
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes. Is there any other business to come for us here?
No.
Okay, we're now adjourned.
Have a good week, guys.
Yep.
Bye.
See you guys.
See you.